Everybody that I talk to has some kind of reaction. They either love it or they don't get it. But basically it's to be creative and have a really unique home, and it doesn't always have to be a four-square or a big box. All I know is that I was brought here because I was intrigued by the architecture, the style, and the quality. It's to try to get away from the sprawl and have a good neighborhood and community, not have the whole front of your house with a garage and be beige and be like a big box. Kind of bring back the old style and tradition of a neighborhood, but also bring in contemporary feel. After you're out here for a while, I'm surprised actually I don't see like a striped house or a paisley house or a round house yet. So you kind of want more. There's still a few phases to go. This is a grassroots project. This is Kiki's first time doing this, so he's learning like everybody else is here, but he's making sure that he does quality. So it has about 5 to 6 more years to go before it's built out.
The only thing we could think to do to make this seem and function as like a more real place was to really mix it up, you know, and just promote all kinds of architecture, all styles, all uses, try and accommodate everybody who could possibly want to live here. The point of that was to try and follow through on one of the basic premises of new urbanist development, which is that there is something for everybody and that it's a much more inclusive model than a typical suburban subdivision. New urbanism is a development pattern or philosophy that it's characterized by narrower streets, houses that are friendlier to the street, houses arranged more densely along a block, or not just houses, but all mixed-use buildings too, so that the street itself becomes a sort of public room, unlike a more typical development pattern where the streets are much wider, there may not even be sidewalks, the houses are so far away that the sort of negative space of the street is not defined. Whereas in Prospect and other new urbanist developments, the houses are dense enough and close enough to the street that the street itself feels like an outdoor room.
The meat falls off the bone. As soon as you pick it up, you just hold the rib bone in your hand and everything else is laying on your plate. The ribs have no fat. All of our ribs are baby back ribs, pork baby back ribs, and they are twice as big as most restaurants. We take all the fat out of our meat before we serve it to you. There is literally no waste, not a speck of fat. I joke with people that the only thing you can't eat here is the rib bone. The sauces are made from my recipe now. I make some of the fire sauce and extra hot here. Pretty much it's all done by a huge bottling company in Kansas City where we grew up, because we literally go through thousands of gallons and there's no way in the world I can do everything else we do here and make sauce. This is a destination. It's not the place you just drive by. You have to know where you're going, and you have to make a plan to come here, because otherwise there's no way to know we're back here. It's a neighborhood. Nobody knows. I mean, unless you know. There's no signs. There's nothing to tell you, but yet people come here from all over the state, the country, and around the world. So
we've got parks here. We've got a great wine shop. We have a really good coffee shop. There's clothing stores, and it's just so you can come home, park your car, and stay, and walk to everything. So it's pretty much a town.